Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Motivation and Manifestation Monday. No better guest than to teach us a little about coaching. Vince is in the house. He's a biz coach for fitness experts, right?
That's right.
Welcome to LA.
Thank you.
Where do you live?
Toronto, Ontario.
Ah, we like that city.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's amazing.
And before the age of 30, you had a 7-figure business.
Yeah, for 8 years.
skinny guys.
For 8 years, yeah. Helping beginner skinny guys build muscle without drugs, without supplements, and in less time. That was the tagline. And I just doubled down on that market. That was my story. I used to be nicknamed Skinny Vinny.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I started my online business, my business coach actually told me, this is in 2005, I think it's a very bad idea that you're gonna sell muscle building product. The market's way too saturated. That was in 2005, but I saw it as a good thing because people were already looking for this solution, and I figured there's never gonna be a shortage of skinny guys who wanted to build their biceps, right? Mm-hmm. And that was my story. That was my story.
I love that. So, there's so many coaches now. It's a real loud world out there. But I think what's interesting about what you're doing is you've picked a niche.
Yeah.
And I love that because it's like you're team fitness experts.
Yeah.
So how does that look like? If I'm a fitness expert and I'm like, why should I work with you?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
That's great. I've been doing it for 10 years, right? So this isn't like a side gig because I can't make it anymore. I've evolved. And one of the things one of my mentors told me when my fitness business literally started plateauing, and I was comparing myself to other online guys. And I was wondering, why is my business not growing as fast as them? And it was because I was still filming the same workouts and content that I was filming like 5 years ago, and I wasn't evolving. Like, I was a father, I have 3 kids, and I'd already helped a lot of guys build a successful and profitable online fitness business. And I was afraid to, like, how do I consolidate those worlds? How do I be a fitness coach one day and business coach another day? And I had a mentor who told me, hey, Vince, if you don't show up differently, you don't show up at all.
So in showing up differently and evolving, how did your 5 M's play into that?
Well, that's my story, right? I'm a product of the 5 M's of manhood, which is muscle, mindset, money, mission, and marriage. And really, that's what guys have sought me out for. What I've found is that people come for the fitness advice, but they stay for the life advice. And those were the things that I was talking about. I wasn't just talking about muscle. Like, if we went out tonight, we'd probably talk about muscle like maybe 2 minutes. Yeah. I guarantee you, it's a part of my life, but I've said enough about that subject matter. I'm really passionate about helping people do what I've done. And it was just making the leap and making that transition and saying, hey, this is where we're going. And that became an inspiring message for others because many people can relate to doing something they've been comfortable with for a long time, because I know how much I can make every year. My wife knows how much we'll bring in if I keep doing that, but it's not where I'm called to be. And I think I learned the difference between a career and a calling.
So you're like a dating coach instead, because everyone comes to you because they look up to you because you have a good marriage and kids and whatever. They're like, I want to be like him.
I don't give parenting advice. I'll give parenting advice when I'm 85 years old. I don't touch that subject matter. Yeah.
But it's so fascinating, don't you think, that people they come for one thing, but really it's because they look up to they want your life. They want.
That's what I tell everybody. I just put a post up on Instagram yesterday, and it was, do people buy coaches or do people buy coaching? Because a lot of people come to me and they feel the marketplace is saturated, and I believe people buy coaches. Coaching is features, everybody who's legit has a pretty good program, right? And somebody might vibe with you, they might not vibe with me. They might like your personality, they won't like my personality. They'll love your story, they won't like my story. So I believe there's room for everyone.
In looking to scale, how do you avoid a scam?
A scam?
A scam, because some of these coaches can be scams, some of these programs and businesses. And how do you avoid that?
3 words: trust. Actually 4. Trust, but always verify.
Oh.
That sounds very Andy Waldman-like, doesn't it?
I know that's
our executive producer.
Oh, really?
Always says that.
Yeah,
Trust,
so what I would do, because I've been scammed, I got actually my wife's money when we had our first baby. We wanted to blow up her business, and she targets moms, and we wanted to get into Facebook ads, and we found 2 guys who found a couple that was looking to outsource their marketing, which is a huge mistake. All right, there's no
such thing.
No one's going to come and save the day for you, right? And we handed them $55,000, and we didn't figure it out for an entire year that they were legitimate con artists. We didn't see a single penny. It created a lot of stress in the marriage, and we got burned bad. I use that story now to save my coaching clients a lot of money, but the way you avoid that is you find out if they've helped the person that you want to become. So you find a trusted mentor and you talk to their students and go to their events. You do your homework. You don't just hand somebody money. I'd love to talk to 3 of your students, and then you decide.
Well, thank you for clarifying what that homework is, because a lot of times people don't know. They Google it, they see a beautiful website, and they think, oh, that's enough. If they've built a website, I can trust them.
Yeah. I like to find people that have events, because you can go to the event and you can meet people who've been mentored by them. You can shake their hand, because people are very different up close than from a distance. So you can talk to their students. That's what you need to do. You guys say, hey man, what's it like working with so and so? You making any money right now? What's it really like? And again, you don't want to. Again, at the same time, with all this being said, is that success is your responsibility. I truly believe that if you join a coaching program and they don't deliver on anything, and you get scammed, that's the best thing that can happen to you, because you won't let it happen to you again. So you learn from something from it, and you say, hey, you know what? I gained one gem out of that whole experience. I didn't get anything that I was promised, but I learned that I need to trust, but not always verify. And then you'll take that into the next experience. So
such a good point. Like, that's something I only realized later, that you want to make as many mistakes as humanly possible. Just try not to make the same mistake twice, which is really hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So true.
So speaking of success, what would you say have been your top keys to success? Like, what are your signature strengths that have led to success?
I'm teachable. All the way back to high school, I was a runner. University, same thing. I'm a product of mentors. I really am. Our father really invested heavily into my brothers and I, my parents, both of them. So I truly believe that you need to get around a trusted mentor, somebody who has what you want in excess. Somebody who has what you want. If you want 16-inch arms, you should train with somebody who's got 18-inch arms, right? If you want a 6-pack, you should find somebody who's got an 8-pack. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make $1 million a year, you should find somebody who's made $2 million a year. So it's just really finding someone who's done what you want to do, and somebody that you have that connection with that also has the same vision, values as you. Because one of the things I teach people is that it's easy to make money. It's how you make it.
It is so true.
It's easy to get ripped. How did you do it? You know what I'm saying? It's easy to build a big business, but did you kick your family to the curb in the process? So that's, I think, one of the things I'm trying to teach my guys and gals. We're gonna get there. You're gonna build the page. You're gonna get the customers. You're gonna make the money. That's easy. But who do you want to become in the process of doing it? And I think that's what I'm really helping people focus on, like figuring out who you want to become versus what you want to do. And then you let your do flow from your who.
So who do you want to be to your clients, to the world?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would love to be somebody who's growing, somebody who's having that, success in the areas that they want. But at the same time, I want my family to still be beside me. And I don't want to be out here knowing my wife's back home resenting me that I'm on another trip and having nice dinners and on this amazing show with you guys. And I want her to know that we're working towards something together. So being able to do this without the people around me feeling like they're getting Vince's second best, because it's just the Vince show.
So true. So
that's the hardest thing.
Where can people find you, work with you?
Yeah, Instagram. That's where I hang out. I do my best to respond to everybody. I live on Instagram like most people do these days. At Vince Del Monte. That's the #1 place.
Love it.
Great
Love it.
Instagram page too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
find somebody that you really look up to their life and make it happen. Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.